Hi, Reed. How are you?
Fine. How are you, Dad?
I'm fine.
That's good.
Here we are. We are post 12 hours of driving.
Yeah.
And now we are at
Hotel.
Lodge.
Fancy place.
Yep. Formerly a Masonic lodge that happens to be in the town where you are, where your college is, where you're moving in tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you hear any screaming children or something like that in the background, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's not concerning.
Well, not
Or
for...
it's not concerning
It's not necessarily concerning.
It's not overly concerning.
We will do something if it's concerning.
Yeah.
So someone next door or someone outside.
Yeah. We just had our first ever restart of the podcast, which is exciting.
We were just checking the levels.
Sure.
Well, we only got this far, right?
Yeah.
And we packed, I think last time there was an episode where we had driven out and then we were staying
in an RV.
an Airbnb RV, and we just recorded it on our phones. And this time I actually brought a couple of mics.
Yeah. So
at least compact enough that I could put them back in a carry-on bag.
Yeah.
And I think that will get back in my carry-on bag. So that's all like a lead into saying we've driven out, you have the car, I'm going to fly back.
Yeah.
After we get you moved in and we get to go see John Mulaney.
Oh yeah. No, up and coming comic.
Yeah.
John Mulaney.
Yeah, watch for him.
Yeah.
Good old Irish American.
Maybe one day he'll have like a Netflix special or something.
Sure.
But
maybe he can like do a guest spot on Saturday Night Live or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Also, Saturday Night Live, up and coming television series. Only been going for about 50 years or so.
I think 50 is right. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be... I've never seen a comic live.
Yeah.
In that kind of setting, arena setting.
Yeah.
That's actually what we should do a review of. We should have saved this for
tomorrow
night or
the day after
Saturday morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have that as a potential review.
Yeah.
But this episode is a 10 questions episode.
Yeah.
Any preface or anything else we want to talk about? The road trip?
Lots of dirt.
Yeah.
In Idaho. And then a river in Oregon.
Yeah.
Those were the most notable things.
Okay. Yeah, there's some stuff in between.
Yeah.
Overall, a good drive.
Good drive.
Yeah. Traffic in Portland.
Not that bad, though.
But no, really, in the grand scheme of Portland traffic or traffic in general, it's okay. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So things to come. Moving in. You're moving in. Mm-hmm. I'll fly home.
Yeah.
And
it's your 27th
wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Yeah. Without your wife.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
27, 26, 28.
Yeah.
It's all...
You've got some beer for it.
They're all good. Yeah, I have a beer left over from dinner.
Yep.
No, we've had a few anniversaries that we weren't together.
Yeah.
We're mature. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Plus, I'll get back the next day and then we'll go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Yep. So, we're together in spirit.
Oh.
Isn't that great?
That's really cute.
Yep. And I'm here with you, which is kind of like the family is the entity that we're celebrating.
Yeah.
So there you go. Mm-hmm. Family. Okay, 10 questions.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember who went first.
Right, and we didn't predetermine who would go first.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Question 1.
Okay.
Top or bottom bunk?
Top.
Okay. Done.
Nailed it.
For context, that we have a room that has a bunk bed. It's kind of a specialty lodge where we have a
bunk bed.
A bunk bed and a communal bath area.
It's kind of similar to my dorm, except
not.
I don't have a bunk bed.
Yeah, which is funny. For places to have bunk beds, it should be in a dorm.
Yeah. Well, I also don't have a roommate, so.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll be on the top?
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, because I get up in the middle of the night more often than you do.
Yeah.
Okay, check. Your question.
You actually checking it. Okay. Similar kind of, not really. Okay. Hippo or giraffe?
Oh, hippo, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with hippo. Okay. Question 2. What's the best kind of cheese?
Mozzarella.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's classic.
Okay. Huh. All right.
Oh, this one is because you gave me a lot of grief for how I answered a similar question.
Yeah.
So what is the best fruit of all time?
Peach.
Okay. Any particular reason?
The peach that we get off our own tree. I think a peach in September is the most delightful fruit.
Yeah.
There are lots of fruits in when we've been to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But I still think a peach off of our own tree. And there's something about peaches in general. I think they're sweet and they're juicy, and they come off of our own tree, and you can eat them straight, or you can put them in a a peach crisp cobbler kind of thing. Or, yeah, I can have peaches for any of a number of meals.
Yeah.
And they're especially good right off, like fresh, and that only happens once a year.
Yeah.
Peach.
Okay.
Okay. Question 3. What's your worst shopping experience in practice or in theory?
Wait, like, worst thing that's ever happened, or like worst imagined?
Yeah, either one of those. I was kind of picturing like you don't particularly like shopping for, like, say, clothes.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, well, what would be the worst, or what is the worst shopping scenario for you?
I don't like when it takes a really long time and only one person is invested. Particularly if I'm not the person invested.
So name a company or store you're picturing.
Nothing against these companies, but if I go to Athleta with Mom, or if I go to REI with you, it's kind of that experience, because it's something that the one person is super interested in.
Yep.
And I don't have very much.
You have no buy-in for either of those, or investment.
No. Yeah. Like, they're fine. They've got good stuff, and I will look at bikes or kayaks or something, or or stickers very happily, but I'm not a gear person particularly.
Okay. And it's worse when you're with someone who is...
Well, yeah, because then you just kind of stand there.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so The Butter Battle Book by, I believe, Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Deals with the complex dilemma of where to put your butter on the bread, whether it's top or the bottom.
Right.
So what side of the wall is best? So the people who put the butter on one side are on different sides of a wall. So which side are you?
In the butter battle.
Yeah. Top butter on top or butter on the bottom?
Well, I'm a traditionalist. I just go with the butter on the top because the plate is on the bottom.
Okay.
I don't have a better answer for that. I understand the allegory and that there's no right way to do it, but
yeah,
in all practicality, I just have to put the butter on the top.
Well, clearly the people who had the butter on the top won because that's how we do it.
Oh, it's a historical.
Well, I can only assume.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I guess I'm a byproduct of our historical traditions and the dominant culture. The butter on top people.
That's fair.
That's all I know how to do. Okay. What Ted Lasso character do you most admire?
Admire or relate to?
I think they kind of go together.
I don't know. I love them all. I think my two favorites are Roy Kent and Sam.
Oh, yeah.
I think
they're kind of opposite. They're like, I mean, they don't like juxtapose each other too much, but they're like Bert and Ernie kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. Roy Kent's totally Bert.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
Aw, that's cute.
Except he swears a lot more.
He does swear a lot. I bet if Bert was allowed to swear, he totally would.
Yeah.
They have similar eyebrows, too.
Very similar.
Yeah, I think everyone should try to be more like Sam in that show because he's just a very sweet person.
Sure. Thoughtful, reflective.
Thoughtful, respectful.
Yeah.
Kind. But then also, like, yeah. Because Roy just, like, does what he wants to do and is just himself. And I think that's admirable too.
And he grows quite a bit.
And he's still, yeah, he grows and learns a lot and like is a fluctuating person in character, but then he's also still he's just Roy Kent.
Yeah. And he loves his niece and his yoga buddies and football.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I would have said Roy Kent too.
Yeah.
So you got that one right. Good job.
I'm kind of like Roy Kent.
Are you?
Just like how you're like Ron Swanson.
Sure. I think I'm more like Roy Kent than I am like Ron Swanson. That'd be a fun mashup if the two of them met.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
NBC, Apple TV. Make it happen. Okay, your question.
What's the best chapter of all time? Not necessarily like from the best book or anything, but is there a chapter that you really like?
Oh, that's hard. There's a few when you've asked me about books, I've mentioned Grapes of Wrath, and there's a few chapters from Grapes of Wrath that I have marked specifically. One is about, I couldn't tell you what chapter it is, but it's in the middle of the book where they're at kind of a roadside camp and they're all playing music. And I think that one's dog-eared. There's also a chapter it's Edward Abbey, and I'm not sure if it's Monkey Wrench Gang or the sequel to that called Hey Duke Lives, where there's a chapter about a tortoise crossing a road. No. Wait, maybe that's in Edward Abbey, but I think there's also one. No, there's also a chapter like that in Grapes of Wrath. And it's a metaphor for the whole story, where the tortoise is trying to cross the road and it gets kicked back over and over again. That's also an excellent chapter. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
There are others.
Yeah.
And also there are essays by, so not really chapters, but essays by Brian Doyle.
Oh, yeah.
I was just recently given a talk and was referencing his work about nature. Hummingbird hearts versus blue whale hearts, or the mysteries of sturgeon. I think those are pretty outstanding. And then there's all kinds of others. So I'm leaving them all out, but that's what comes to mind right away.
Cool.
That's good enough?
That's good.
Okay. Okay, my question 5 is, what color is the color of chartreuse?
Like what color is it actually, or what color do I think it is?
Yeah, well, what do you think it is? What do you believe it actually is?
Well, so it's a funny story. So I, for the longest time, thought chartreuse was a shade of red, because that's what it sounds like in my brain.
Oh,
chartreuse is it seems like it should be like a scarlet kind of thing, because that's what the word itself sounds like, and so that's what I thought it was. And so when talking with someone, I don't remember who, I mentioned that, like, pointed something out and used the word chartreuse, and they were like, what are you talking about? Chartreuse is yellow. It's like a greeny, vomity yellow. So but then I Googled it because I was abashed by that, and it is indeed, or it's a horrible yellow.
Oh, see, I thought it was kind of a greenish blue.
That would be pretty.
But it's one of those things, and this came up as we were looking at colors, or there was some truck we were passing. And there's a bunch of there's lots of things, words that I don't really know what they mean.
Yeah.
But we use them anyway. And I think colors in particular, like chartreuse, I don't know what color that actually is, other than it's kind of in between.
Yeah.
Mauve, I don't know what color that is.
Is that even that's a thing?
I think so. Maybe not. Maybe I'll make up another word and say it's a color.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what color that is.
Well, I think it's interesting because, like, I know in my brain now that chartreuse is not red, but it still sounds red.
It does.
I don't know why.
Well, it's like, I was going to say, and this doesn't make any sense, because it's like Charlotte, and Charlotte would be red.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's actually necessarily true. I think that just sounded right to me.
Yeah.
So there's words. So there's lots of words that I kind of know what they feel like, but I don't know what they actually mean. And colors are a big batch of them. But the word glib, like, I kind of know what that, like, if you were being glib, I kind of know what that would be like, but I couldn't tell you another.
I feel like you just made up that word.
No, it's a real word. Look it up.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, because I don't know what it means.
Oh, that'll be fun. I'll just...
Yeah, if you're being glib, you're being like you're saying
Can you use it in
things.
a sentence?
Sure. You are being glib. It's like...
Okay, well, first of all...
like you're saying something with kind of a dark sarcasm, kind of, but not really sarcasm, like undertone.
Kind of.
Without really being emotionally attached to something.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Of words or the person speaking them, fluent and voluble, but insincere and shallow.
Insincere. That's a good phrasing.
Yeah. And the example sentence is, she was careful not to let the answer sound too glib.
Yeah, that's a terrible sample sentence.
Because that could mean anything.
Right. It's one of those words, like chartreuse, that could mean all kinds of things.
I'm going to look up chartreuse. Because now, how do you spell it?
I think CHAR.
CHAR.
TREUSE.
Chartreuse. Yeah, it's a horrific green.
It's awful.
I hate it.
I'd call it fluorescent urine green.
You should go to a doctor. If your urine is chartreuse.
Yeah, it's definitely not the blue I was thinking of. Although it's like a highlighter color.
Yeah. There's also just Google images of chartreuse. There's a lot. Why is there pink on here?
Oh, see, that's the red I thought you might have been talking about.
There's a lot of variations on what people think chartreuse is, because that one's just green.
Yeah. A lot of those are wrong.
Oh,
yeah,
see, this is the color of... This is really good for auditory.
Yeah, this is good podcasting here. Huh.
Okay.
Well,
maybe we should review chartreuse sometime.
Sure, hold that down. Again.
Oh, sorry, I closed the tab.
Oh.
I'll get it. Chartreuse.
Doesn't just come up when you pull up your browser?
Well, because I closed the tab. Now it's not working.
Still, it would remember. All right.
Well, okay.
I got a picture. Okay.
Okay.
That was my question 5.
Okay. I guess we're moving on now. Do you have any tips on being a good RA? Because you were an RA.
I was an
throughout
RA. I was an
college.
RA for 2 years. No, I actually don't.
Oh.
I mean, be yourself. I mean, you're naturally helpful. I've seen you help people with coffee.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same. And you genuinely, even though you don't outwardly display it all the time, you genuinely just want to help people.
Yeah.
So just be yourself.
Coffee's easy though, because then I just hand it to them and then they leave.
Right, but that's a case in which you don't have to be genuinely. I mean, you want to give people good coffee, but
yeah,
it's a different level of caring for people.
Mm-hmm.
So be like a barista who actually cares, which I think you actually are. And enjoy the experience.
Okay.
You'll meet people.
I should put that on my door. A barista who actually cares.
Yeah, there you go. There's your ammo right there. Yeah, just roll with it.
Okay.
Okay, what's your favorite kind of weather?
Fall.
That's a season.
Yeah, but fall weather.
Okay, so what features of fall weather do you like?
Sweater weather.
Okay.
So crisp air.
Okay.
Where you don't have to be bundled up, but it's cold enough that all coffee drinks are hot and you can walk around in the leaves and have hot coffee and pumpkin cookies.
Oh, okay.
Which is good.
You're a pumpkin flavor person?
Yes.
You're pro pumpkin?
Not all year.
But for the season?
But for the season, it's good.
Like peaches in September, pumpkin in November.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then peppermint in December.
Okay. That's a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
I'll let it. Yeah. I like the image of leaves and sweaters, but not a coat.
Yeah.
Maybe a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where I'm not really an outfit person, but everything it's not like you have to put on a coat over an outfit. It's just everything is just already done.
Oh.
Because I don't like putting on a coat.
You can have layers, but not a coat.
Yeah.
What you wear outside and inside are the same.
Yeah. I really like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, good answer. As if I know.
What's your favorite piece of art?
Well, a lot of the photography of Mom, and in particular the big canvas we have of you and Anna in the redwoods with Anna's hand on your head, walking underneath the canopy of the redwood forest, and you're just totally dwarfed by them.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite piece of art.
It's a good answer.
Thanks. There are other like I admire like Monet and Degas, like the Impressionists. I was gonna say Rich Little, but he's,
I don't know who that is.
Well, he did impressions, like, but he's not an impressionist.
Like Bill Hader and stuff
Right,
like
exactly.
That. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm gonna crack up at my own joke. Like, I really admire that. Like, when I have a chance to go to a museum and see art up close like that, I really like it and admire it. But my favorite piece is that canvas up over the piano of the two of you. The light hitting the trees, and like there's just, besides being sentimental about it, I think it's just a really beautiful photo, and I love it up it's there cool. And big.
And it's indoor, so
it looks like it's where that was all filmed, where Andor is staged. But you could take a snapshot of that and it wouldn't come out the same. Like, that's perfectly composed.
Yeah.
So that's it. Kind of related. What is the most admirable tree? I was thinking species, but if you have one in mind.
Species, juniper.
Oh, how come?
Because they just decide where they're going to grow, and then they just stick to it, and then they just grow there. Even if it is literal sandstone where they probably shouldn't grow.
Sure.
But a seed ended up there, and so then they just grow.
So it's not even a decision. It's just an act of fate, and then they just make it work.
They make it work. It's pretty nifty.
Yeah. And juniper can be old and craggly.
But it's still beautiful.
Yeah.
And
yeah. That'd be a good pickup line. Oh, you're old and craggly like juniper, but still beautiful.
But you're still beautiful.
Yeah.
And your hair is braided.
And you have floral berries hanging off of you. Sure. I like junipers.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was my question. Your turn.
Oh. So in an earlier episode of the podcast, you mentioned that your favorite cup of coffee is mountain coffee, when you have it in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
What's the worst cup of coffee?
Oh, okay. So the way to make coffee bad is to make it like, if it's, I don't think you could ruin a cup of coffee by making it too dark. Others will disagree, but definitely people often, like if you're at a conference or something, you often get coffee that's underbrewed or is too
watered down,
weak. Yeah.
And
it's just like this light brown. It's that light brown. That's awful.
But like the kind of like the liquidy light, not like a latte light.
Right, like transparent.
Like
like tea
like
water.
A tea.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's just essence of what could have been coffee, but doesn't even taste like coffee. It's just, it needs to be, I'm sure there's such a thing as coffee that is too dark or overbrewed, but far better for that than to have I think often like a big batch of coffee at some event, they don't put enough grounds in.
Yeah. You don't need that much grounds though for a big thing. Like
probably, but
like
when
we do it at work, it's only a couple ounces. Or several ounces.
Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. But I think you could always put in more grounds.
Yeah.
And that's part of what makes mountain, like backpacking coffee good. Is it's usually like not going through a filter or something. So you've just got
Cowboy.
Yeah. You got all of the richness of the coffee steeped. So did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we set that straight.
So you'd rather be in the mountains than at a conference?
Yes. Yeah, the last conference I was at, I just kept pouring more and more coffee to like try to make it better. But it's just like, here's another batch of shitty coffee, just following the other cup of crummy coffee that I had. But there are worse problems to have.
Yeah.
Okay, my question 8. What's an example of something you used to think, but you don't think that anymore?
I forgot. I don't know. What do you mean? Like,
I don't know, you used to have an opinion of a political persuasion or you thought one way about a group of people or about a way to brew coffee, and then you come around.
I used to not like coffee, and now I like coffee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneeze. Or not. Okay.
Okay, good job.
I don't know.
Maybe you haven't had enough experience to have a change.
Yeah.
Not liking coffee and now liking coffee is that's something.
I mean, like, there's like things I've like realized, but nothing that I've like changed opinions on.
Well, realization might be like not even knowing that you should have an opinion one way or another is something.
Yeah.
But if you want to go with coffee,
I'm gonna go with coffee. I don't know. I'll follow up in the next couple of years.
Okay.
Let you know.
Yeah. You're still not fully formed.
Yeah.
Whereas I am just chiseled into stone.
Uh-huh.
Yep. There's no going back now.
No.
That's actually not true.
If Roy Kent has taught us anything, you can still change.
Right.
Although they call him like old, but I think he's like 30 something.
He's much younger than I am. Yep. Yep. I'm continually changing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay. Gummy bear or gummy worm?
I think I've changed my thinking on this. When I was in 5th grade, gummy worms were all the rage, but I think gummy bears are really the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have gummy bears in my department office in a jar, and you could just swing by and open the jar and get yourself 3 or 4 or 12 gummy bears.
That seems sanitary.
Well, see, we don't do that anymore.
Oh.
Right.
That's really sad.
It's kind of gross, but also it was really fun to go get a gummy bear.
Can you get like a ice scoop or something you can just put in a jar of gummy bears?
Yeah, gummy bears are
sticky.
They're difficult. Yeah. Yeah, treacherous. They're gummy.
Whoa.
How do you scoop them or pick them? Yeah. Now we have wrapped candies like Werther's candies. Also excellent, but not the same as gummy bears.
No.
Much better to have gummy bears than gummy worms in a public jar.
Yeah, I think the bears are better.
Yeah, there's more flavor to them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, and like each little bear has an individual flavor, whereas the worms are like 3 flavors.
Right. But are they really distinct flavors in the worms?
I don't know. I don't really...
You might have to go buy
I
the
tend
store.
not to eat the worms. I
Okay.
eat the bears.
Probably good. Okay, that's a good lead into my next question. How would you describe the flavor of a radish?
Crunchy salt water.
Oh. It's really interesting. I think I should ask more people this. Because I think of it as kind of a spicy, earthy
Yeah.
flavor, spicy water.
Yeah.
And, and your description
sparkling water.
Yeah. But other people might describe it as like just dirt, which I don't think is right.
No, because it's juicier than, like, not juicy, but like
juicier than dirt. That's the next T-shirt I'm gonna get.
That's the tagline
Juicier
for
than
radishes.
dirt. Yeah.
I don't know, because they also don't really have a flavor.
Right. It's just kind of an experience.
Yeah.
An essence.
Also, people usually don't eat just a radish, so it's like
I do.
you just pick up a whole radish and eat it.
I would, yeah. Easy. Like in a vegetable tray, I would pick up the radish and just eat that radish.
But there's like all of the other vegetables you could eat first.
Sure. No, I'd eat a radish straight. I'd go straight for that radish before lots of other things. I mean,
That's okay.
yeah, don't get too close. I'm sure it's not good for my breath, but
Yeah.
This could be a whole study. Okay, you said salty,
Crunchy salt water.
crunchy salt water.
But there's like something else to it.
Yeah, the radish part of it.
Yeah. Because it's like, a radish is like, it's got a zip,
Yeah.
but it's not like spicy.
Yeah. Agreed.
I don't know what else is like that.
Yep. Okay, we'll have to, when you think of it in the middle of the night, jump off of your top bunk and let me know.
Okay.
Okay, your question.
What is the best moment of the show Ted Lasso?
The best moment. Oh, there's lots of good ones.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's why you were asking. There's that moment when, like, there will be all kinds of spoilers here, but there's that moment where Jamie passes instead of takes the shot.
Yeah.
There's that moment where he gets the sign and does the and gets fouled and does the shot.
Yeah.
Instead of the pass. There's the moment where Roy Kent comes onto the field as, this is a total spoiler, as a coach.
Yeah.
And they have all those quotes from rom-coms and stuff throughout that episode.
Yeah.
I haven't rewatched the ends of season 2.
Yeah.
There's lots of other. Oh, there's like anytime Sam smiles. Good heavens, boy, it makes my heart kind of beat a little harder. I'm trying to think of others, but I'm saving the end scene of one episode where they're playing darts.
Oh.
Or Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
And the line of,
be curious, not
be curious,
judgmental.
not judgmental. Yeah. Yeah. And wins that dart match. And it's that message of being curious and his kind of backstory, and like you're just happy for the jerk of a guy to kind of get some comeuppance. And
yeah, and it's a bonding moment for him and Rebecca.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep. So currently in this instant, I'll rank that as my number one moment.
That's a good one. Yeah, that part with when Jamie makes the pass is like, that part's really sad for one reason, but then it's also really, really good for his own individual character.
Yep. Yep. And the whole story arc and
Yeah.
lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I always admire passing
Yeah.
in sports in general. I
Yeah.
always liked, I don't watch basketball much anymore, but I always liked guards who would pass. I just think that's like really fun to watch.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool.
This is my last question.
Yeah.
If reincarnated, what organism would you want to be? If you had a say in it, I guess.
Well, like Gussie's life seems pretty nice.
Gus the cat.
Yeah, like a domesticated cat.
Yeah.
Where you just kind of hang out and love and hang out on fuzzy blankets. Like, that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah.
Your only worry is if your food is going to be slightly late.
It's a pretty good life.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be something more independent or adventurous.
Like, that's appealing, but then it's also like sounds kind of stressful.
Sure, right? Well, I think it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. Like, I think being an elephant would be very cool because I love elephants.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
What about a moose?
That'd be cool.
Like, they seem like a moose where there isn't a strong predator.
Yeah.
Population of wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Moose seem to have a pretty good life.
They have a pretty good life, except sometimes they get stuck out in the rain.
Yeah, but they don't seem to mind.
They don't seem to mind. But also they don't really have any other choice.
Yeah, I guess they don't think back to that summer they had in Acapulco. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have tents.
It's just rain. Yeah. I don't seem they just seem to be formidable creatures who can handle anything.
Mm-hmm.
But a house cat, sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything but a human for a bit would be fun.
Yeah. I think probably being human is probably especially good for lots of reasons. But then there's all these other things to compare to.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe I could just be like, just a tree in the middle of nowhere, just hanging out.
Right. That's why I said organism instead of animal. Redwood tree.
That sounds nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Okay. Long life. Stable.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, if you change your mind.
Okay.
Let me know, as if I have say in this. Last question, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite pun?
My favorite pun. Yeah, we're pausing, seeing if voices out in the hallway pass by.
I think they're gone.
Yeah. I don't know. The puns I like the most are the ones that just spontaneously happen. There, in a previous episode, we talked about the dad yolks and eggs.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good moment because it happened spontaneously.
Yeah.
So I don't have a favorite. I just like the potential for one just to happen in the moment. I wish I could come up with one right here in the moment.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
You made some earlier today about cows.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really remember them.
Right. They're half as good as my other ones. Oh, yeah. If we keep going, we can milk it for all it's worth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving past cows, and you said... No, I said cows, and you said, well, some are less than the other ones because they're calf.
Yeah. It's all the delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so something like that. My favorites are the ones where you have this moment of like silence and then I can see you're kind of shaking and cracking up and no one else necessarily gets it in the room. Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like the ones that are actually creative.
Yeah.
And not just stupid.
Yeah, well, I'll work on it. Or not utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or cheesy.
Yeah.
Those aren't very good. Cow is that one.
That was your first one.
Oh, all right. Well, on that note,
I don't know. You had some bad.
Yeah. Some are okay. Some are bovine. Okay. Any last words?
No. Do we have any mail?
No. We have
Okay.
absolutely nothing. We haven't recorded in like over a month.
Oh, wow.
So maybe we'll have reviews of Back to School or reviews of John Mulaney or
Something else.
reviews of something else that we've yet to realize we need to review.
Yeah.
Okay. Good talking to you, Reed.
Yeah, it was good.
Big day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll talk again soon.
Okay.
Keep your feelings inside.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.